I want you to think about something for a second. Think about your life and how quickly time has gone up until this point. It's pretty crazy, right? The thing about time is that it will keep going, whether you decide to make moves or not. I always try to make the most of my time because if I don't, I'll just need more of it down the line. I think setting goals and working towards them is a great way to make the most of your time. In this episode, I'm sharing 10 different goals you can set to make the most of your life in the new year or at any point in time. Welcome to the City Girl Savings Podcast. I'm Raya Reeves, founder and finance coach of City Girl Savings. I turned my life around with budgeting many years ago, and now I'm on a mission to help others do the same. I fully believe that you can enjoy your life on a budget, and this weekly show will focus on the intersection of money and the city girl lifestyle. Join me every week along with some special guests as I share my experiences, advice, and guidance on navigating life and money as an experience-loving millennial. Before I dive into this episode, I just want to have a mini celebration with you. This is episode number 50 of the City Girl Savings Podcast. Holy cow, where has time gone? I mean, we know time flies, right? But wow, it feels so surreal to be here recording 50 episodes. That is just insane. But I wanted to take a moment to celebrate that with you. And thank you so much for being here and listening. Okay, moving on. One thing that I do want you to keep in mind as you listen to this episode or even as you go about your day is that time waits for no one. Time will continue to pass us all by. So we can either make the most of the time we have now or we can prolong living the life we really want. No thank you. Let's go ahead and make the most of our time. And I think one of the best ways to make the most of your life and time is by setting goals. And before I get into the 10 different goals that you can set to make the most of your life, let's talk about why you should set goals in the first place. Now, I've done quite a bit of research on the matter over the years, and I've found that people who set goals are more likely to achieve success than people who don't. In fact, a Harvard business study, which I will link to in the show notes, found that 83% of the population does not have goals. 14% of the population do have a plan in mind, but their goals are not written down. And finally, only 3% of the population have goals written down. Now, the study also found that the 14% who do have goals, but they're not written down, are 10 times more successful than the population without goals. But taking it a step further, the 3% who have their goals written down are 3 times more successful than the 14% with unwritten goals. So with that being said, wouldn't it be worth setting goals? And more importantly, wouldn't it be worth writing them down? Just the simple act of having goals in mind, even if they're not written down, will make you more successful than if you didn't have goals in mind. And taking it that step further, writing those goals down, you'll increase your chances of success by 3 times. I truly don't think there is a more important reason to start setting goals. So, here are 10 ideas for goals that you can set to make the most of your life. Now, I've broken these goals down into different categories: personal, financial, and professional. I don't want you to overdo how many goals you work on at once, but I do want to make sure that you are not neglecting any area of life. So let's start with the personal goals. Personal goal number 1, read 10 books a year. Research has been done to show that educated, affluent women read the most. That's us, right? Or at least it will be us one day. The research also found that the most frequently reported number of books being read annually was 4. So let's take that up a notch. I challenge you to read 10 books a year. Reading has so many benefits, including increased communication skills, increased open-mindedness, and the ability to think outside of the box more often. And there is no requirement for the types of books you can read. Fiction, nonfiction, autobiographies, or educational books are all great options. Moral of the story, crack open a good book and get to reading. Personal goal number 2, learn a new language. The ability to speak more than one language is well respected. If you already speak more than one language, imagine learning another. Learning a new language helps increase brain functionality and improves your memory. Take on the challenge of learning a new language to show yourself what you're capable of doing. Me personally, I'm using the Babbel app to help me learn French. That is one of my goals, to learn to speak French fluently. So that is what I'm embarking on. Next personal goal, eat healthy 80% of the time. Now, I don't believe in extreme anything, extreme dieting, extreme budgeting, or extreme spending. I believe everything needs to happen in moderation, because without moderation, we can easily feel deprived and ultimately end up doing something we shouldn't. And that is what results in undoing a lot of progress or setting us back. When it comes to dieting and just being healthy overall, I believe a great rule of thumb to follow is to eat healthy 80% of the time. So, for example, if you eat healthy throughout the week, then you can enjoy a cheat meal on the weekend. Now, eating healthy can be very vague, and I am not a dietitian, but I'd say eat anything natural, unprocessed, and with very limited to no sugar at all. And rounding out our list of personal goals, start journaling. One common trait of successful people is the fact that they journal on a regular, if not a daily basis. Journaling allows you to get your thoughts on paper. It allows you to write out your vision for the future and the things you want to accomplish. Journaling also allows you to reflect on how far you've come and practice gratitude along the way. For me, journaling had a huge influence on my success early on. If you listen to episode 10, Conquering a Fear of Failure and Redefining Success, I share that story, but journaling really helped me work through my fears, really helped me get clear on what I wanted, and going back and looking at my old journaling notes is just so rewarding. Highly recommend it. But journaling is also a very powerful mindset practice, and I know it can be hard to make it a habit if you're not used to it. It does take effort to journal on a daily basis, but the benefits you get from it are so worth it. Just listen to episode 4, Why Mindset is Critical and How to Start Changing It, for more insight. Okay, let's move on to financial goals. The first financial goal to set to make the most of your life, reach the 5-figure savings mark. Now, I don't want this goal to scare you, at least not too much. I mean, we should be setting goals that excite us and scare us just a little bit. A financial goal to make the most of your life is to reach 5 figures in savings. So that would be anything above $10,000. I'm not talking about your retirement account, although that's great as well, but I'm talking about your regular savings account. Reaching the 5-figure savings mark in a liquid savings account gives you this sense of pride, a sense of security, and a sense of gratitude. You accomplished something that a lot of people haven't. And more importantly, you prove to yourself that you can save that much and not spend it. That is something worth working towards. I remember when I first hit my 5-figure mark in savings, I felt like I could accomplish anything. Reaching new heights has motivated me to keep seeing what I could accomplish. And now I'm very proud to say that I have hit multiple 5 figures in savings, and it just keeps getting better and better. Are you tired of wondering which moves to make next with your money? Do you need some guidance on whether to pay off debt, save, or focus on something else? Get my free Money Moves packet today and start making impactful money moves instantly. Go to citygirlsavings.com/moves to download your Money Moves packet now. Next financial goal, find an additional income source. I hate to say it, but for most of us, long gone are the days of having one income source and living comfortably off of it. Inflation is real and corporate salaries are not rising at the same rate. So one income source might ensure that all your bills are covered, but we do need more to get ahead. Plus, we are working to live. We are not living to work, right? To build wealth, you need to save and invest. You don't need to just pay your bills. You also need to make sure all of your debts are paid off. And the only way to do that is to make sure that you actually have enough money coming in to do those things. Now, there are plenty of ways to bring in more money. You can work overtime, get a part-time job, drive for Lyft or Uber, sell things online, become a tutor, start a business, create digital products, and so much more. Make it a goal to find an additional income source. And bonus points if you can find more than one, but starting with one is just fine. And our final financial goal is this: open an investment account. One of the best ways to build true, real wealth is to start investing. And investing sounds scary, and that's because it's not frequently talked about, nor is it taught. But investing doesn't have to be scary. There are plenty of options out there that don't require you to have extensive knowledge or training to invest your money. For example, opening an account with Betterment and contributing a modest amount every month can get you started. I love Betterment for beginning investors. You can contribute $10 a month into Betterment's different mutual fund options, and voila, you're an investor. You can get yourself familiar with the platform, see the rates of returns, just start familiarizing yourself with the things you need, and then you can take your investments up a notch. I will link to Betterment in the show notes. Highly, highly recommend. Alrighty, getting to our final section, professional goals. The first professional goal I want you to set is to find a mentor. A mentor can be your advocate when you're not in the room. And having someone to teach you the skills that don't necessarily come from the job can be a powerful tool to help you grow in your career. So seek out someone who is on a higher level, and bonus points if they're on a level that you want to be on. But not only does having a mentor help you develop professionally, having one can also help you expand your network. So the more people you know, the more people may know you. Now, if you don't have a mentor moving into the new year, make it a goal to find one and work with one. If you're not sure where to start, see if your company has any type of program to help. When I worked for the major bank, I actually had a few mentors. One I sought out through a referral, and oh my gosh, it was such a great experience. She actually helped me in so many ways outside of the job. She encouraged me to take City Girl Savings full-time, and she eventually became a client of mine. Now, another mentor was actually forced upon me through my department's Diversity Uplift program. Because I'm a person of color, they wanted to assign me to an executive in our department. Still beneficial, don't get me wrong, but it came after I had already decided I wasn't staying in corporate, so I felt a little bad. Next professional goal: negotiate your next raise or salary. Studies have shown that men are significantly more likely to negotiate and ask for more than women are. And that's such a shame because women are so worthy, yet we still don't ask for what we deserve. It's crazy. Men think, why not? While women think, I better not. Let's vow to change that, especially within our own lives. The next job you apply for, negotiate your salary. Sometimes the employer can't budge on the salary, but you can still ask for other things like extended vacation time, work from home capability, or a sign-on bonus. Also, whether you get the negotiated salary or salary benefits or not, you can take pride knowing that you asked for what you're worth, regardless of how it pans out. If you are not looking for another job, you can still negotiate your next raise. Now, I know sometimes raises are already predetermined, but still asking for more alerts your manager that you're ready for a raise. Let's let them know that you are asking for more and you're worth it. But remember, your work should show that you're ready for it as well. So make sure you're going above and beyond and doing what you're supposed to do in your day-to-day role. And finishing up our list of 10 goals to make the most of your life, invest in your success. The final goal to make the most of your life in the new year or any time of year is to invest in your success. Work with a career coach, work with a business coach, take a training class or workshop, subscribe to a professional network, take a public speaking class, do something to learn new things or to help you take your current skill set to the next level. Investing in your own success shows that you are willing to put up your time and your money to get yourself to the next level. Here's the thing, most people don't take their skill set to the next level and they stay average. We don't want to be average. We want to be above average. Find something this next year that you can invest in to get further ahead. It is worth every penny. Seriously, the best investment you can make is in yourself. So here's to making the most of your life in the new year and any time after. Set goals that are worth working for, and the results will come. Thank you so much for tuning into City Girl Savings today. I hope you feel empowered and inspired to master your money as you make your way to your dream life. Make sure you subscribe so you're the first to know when a new episode comes out. I truly value your thoughts and feedback, so please leave a review and let me know how this podcast has impacted you. Can't wait to chat soon and make it a great day.